إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون أما بعد عباد الله فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أما بعد. All praise due to Allah and His praise and blessings and peace be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, his family, his companions, and his followers until the day of judgment. I bear witness that Allah is the only one worthy of worship, and Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is last and final messenger. We just heard the mu'adhin calling us to the salah. And every time the mu'adhin calls people to prayer, he says a very unique phrase, which is Hayya al-falah, come to success. This call to success is repeated in our life 15 times a day. And according to some of the madhahib, 20 times a day. That you hear this call every single day, at least 15 times to 20 times a day. Hayya al-falah, come to success. Because that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants for us, to be successful. And success is not only limited to the successful to be successful in the akhirah, or to the success in the day of judgment. Yes, this is the greatest form of success. فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةِ فَقَدْ فَازَ وَالَّذِي يَدْخُلُ الْجَنَّةِ ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْكَبِيرُ. That this is the greatest form of success, to win al-Jannah and to be saved from the hell fire. But also, success starts from here, from today, from the life that we're living today. And Islam wants us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us, and Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam inspired us to be successful in every aspect in our life. When it comes to our relationship with Allah, when it comes to our relationship with the Quran, with the religion, with the deen, with the salah. But also when it comes to you being a father, to be a successful father, and a successful parent, and to be successful in your business, and to be always also successful as a student in your study, and to be successful in your marriage, and to be successful in your da'wah. In every aspect of life, we should make success as something we don't aim less than success. And in these few, even in your business, you should be always, Islam wants you to be a successful businessman or woman. And in these few minutes in this khutbah, I would like to share with you some principles related to the concept of success. And these principles, you can use them in any aspects of life, related to this worldly life, or related to your religion, related to your relationship with the dunya or with the akhirah, with the creator or with the creation. And I will start with something that many people might be surprised to know. That mistakes, failure, hardship, calamities are not the enemy of success. In fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put these things in our life actually to encourage us, not to discourage us, to learn from them, to be an experience that it will help us to move forward. It is part of our belief as Muslims, and this is something agreed upon by Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala لا يقضي قضاء إلا وهو خير للمسلم. That this is something of our belief, we should believe in that as Muslims, that anything that Allah decreed upon us, it's the best for us, and it is good for us. Maybe the thing, by looking at it by itself, it is bad. But the outcome of it, the result of it, it is absolutely nothing but a great thing. And one of the surah that teach you that concept a lot, Surah Al-Kahf. And the death of that boy by the hand of Musa alayhi salam, or Al-Khadr, the companions of Musa alayhi salam, it looks like something bad. But you know what? That boy ended up in Jannah. And if he actually grew up until he reached the age of puberty and became an adult, he wouldn't be a kafir, and he will be a terrible son to his parents. It's actually what happened might, by looking at it, the death itself, it is something bad. But the outcome of it, it is something great. Even if something so ugly like death, sickness. I know many people that their sickness was a turning point in their life when they were told that they basically diagnosed with cancer, or their children. And that turned their life upside down. And they became much closer to Allah. And they would say that we have seen so many blessings from this test. This is only in the dunya. And remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He decrees things, He doesn't only look at this worldly life. He look at how this will impact you in the akhirah as well. ولذلك جاء في بعض الآثار أن أهل المصائب يقولون يوم القيامة يا ليتنا كنا نقرض بالمقاريض. That it's been related that the people of sickness and calamities, they would say in the Day of Judgment, we wish that our suffering was double and multiplied, because of the amount of reward that they receive from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Day of Judgment. How many times we read in the Quran, لا تحسبوه شرا لكم وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا ويجعل الله فيه خيرا كثيرا. You might see it as something harmful, bad, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring so much good out of it. Sometimes you need to go through that pain, through that challenge, is only to build you up, to make you strong. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never intend to make you weak or to break you through these tests. Because the Nabi sallallahu said, يُبْتَلَ النَّاسُ عَلَى قَدْرِ إِيمَانِهِمْ. That Allah put you in a test that you are capable of handling. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said. People are tested according to their iman. And that's why the greatest of all tests apply to the prophets and messengers, because their iman is the highest and the strongest. We all know that a stumble may prevent a fall. Sometimes these challenges in life, when things knock you down or make you fall, or basically obstacles that you face, it may be prevented you from worst outcome that you might be potentially face if you didn't go through that experience. It is all about that trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whenever you frame everything from that perspective, it will be your mindset. When there is any challenge, when there is any difficulties in your life, you always say, what will be the wisdom from this? What Allah wants from me? What Allah wants me to do? And the moment you think that way, you basically transfer your language from I can't, oh my God, is to what can I do to fix? What can I do to improve? Many people come and talk to me about their circumstances. And they ask me, Sheikh, ud'u, and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah change my circumstances. And I say, sometimes we forget that maybe Allah is not interested in changing your circumstances as much as He interested in changing you before changing your circumstances. Because when you change yourself, when you change your attitude, when you change the way you look at things, Allah changed things for you as well. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah says, Allah will not change what's happening to you unless you change yourself. There's no time to go over this. But you guys in Charlotte, it's mashallah, a booming economy here. A lot of companies been moving to your cities. You know, just take a moment and study one of these famous companies, best or the top 500 Fortune companies that we have in the world, or in America specifically. You will find that most of them actually, they rise from ashes. They rise after they were burned down. Some of them literally, like Honda, for example. And you will see amazing stories about those people, how they had gone through a lot of difficulties, but again, they achieved success later on. I think that's one important lesson if we want to know how to be successful in life. It's not like we just ready to throw the towel, ready to give up. No, when there is a storm, we dig our heel in and we stay strong, because that's how you will succeed. I always give an example of the woman when she's about to give birth. You know, the most painful experience can anybody experience in this life will be delivering a baby, they said. I haven't seen or experienced that personally, but I saw my family. You know, we men, we don't know how it feels, but sisters and mothers, they know how that feels. But imagine the most difficult moment is just right before she delivered the baby. And in that moment, can you imagine if you witness the birth of your children, what's everybody around this mother telling her? Push, push. That's right. Can you imagine if you said, "Khalas, quit, stop. You know, just forget about it." That would be more painful. That would be failure. But everybody say, push forward, go harder, push, push, and relief will come. That's exactly the same thing. When you are going through struggles and calamity and the dunya is squeezing you hard, it is the time to push more. It's the time to move forward in order for you to be successful. Also, I would say that success depends on your ability to use all the gifts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given you. Allah have given us so many gifts, so many talents, and everybody is unique. Everybody has the ability, and Allah blessed you with so many things. Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran. وَهُوَ الَّذِي أَخْرَجَكُم مِّن بُطُونِ أُمَّهَاتِكُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ شَيْئًا وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ. He brought you all out of your mother wombs, knows nothing. Nothing. But He blessed you with things, the tools that you can use to acquire so much in this life. He gave you the ability to, He make you able to hear, see, comprehend, understand, analyze, feelings, because afida cover all these things. Have emotions, because we're not heartless people, we don't only function through our brains, we also human beings, we have emotions. We're a mix of all this together. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He brought you out of your mother's womb, knows nothing. Then He gave you these tools, and through these tools you acquired knowledge, you acquired experience, wealth, whatever. Do you think that Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, or Malik, or Shafi'i, or Bukhari, or Ahmad, or any one of these great names that you heard of in the Muslims' history, came out of their mother womb saying haddathana, or fatwa, or giving fatwa? No, he came out of his mother like you, knows nothing. All these scientists and successful people were not born, with all what they have today. Now they acquire that over the years. It is your ability to use these things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given you. Some of us, so talented that they know how to write very well, how to speak very well, how to analyze things, how to calculate things very well. Everybody has something. But unfortunately, so many of us will die or reach the end of our life, and we have not discovered all these blessings that Allah have given us. They say, all these talents and blessings that Allah have given you are the gifts from Allah to you. But what you do with it, it's your gift back to Allah. Unfortunately, a lot of people die, and there's so much potential and future ahead of them, but they were not able to reach it because they did not try to discover this. I have a relative of mine. She is in her late 60s. She started focusing on Hifz al-Quran. MashaAllah, she has a school of graduating people with ijazah in the Quran after she finished herself Hifz al-Quran and teaching Quran. She started in her 50s. I had a brother in my community who not a long time ago conducted a workshop in my community. He's a PhD holder in physical therapy. He retired. Guess what? After he retired, he started memorizing the Quran. And now he traveled even the nation, giving workshop about how to memorize the Quran after retirement. That's possible. He said, I didn't know that I'm capable of this until I retired. He said, I wish. And that woman said, I wish I know that I have this ability. I would have multiplied my basically success in life. So remember, this human being, which is you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about you to the angels who thought that human beings would be just nothing but fighting one another on earth. He said, Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. I know of humans what you don't know. Allah knows that we are capable of so much to do. My brothers and sisters, our success determined in a very important principle, which is a question that every Muslim and everyone should ask himself and herself. You want to be just good, pass by, or you want to be excellent and great? That's two different attitudes in life. Successful people in general, they have the attitude of always aim high. Because if you aim basically for the moon, even if you miss it, you're going to land somewhere in the stars. If you aim high and you always want to basically to be an excellent work, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ إِذَا عَمِلَ أَحَدُكُمْ عَمَلًا أَنْ يُتْقِنَهُ. مش بس أن يعمله. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and the Prophet said, Allah loves it when one of you do something and do it with excellency. Unfortunately, we have this attitude, كُلُّ ماشي, alhamdulillah khair, everything is okay, it's fine. Nobody pay attention to details. Nobody willing to do that. And unfortunately, we do that, details and like full focus, and we do excellent work when it comes to the dunya. But when it comes to community, to volunteering, to deen, we just take it like so lightly, and we don't care to do things with excellency. You know what's the difference between failure and success? It's doing things nearly right and doing it exactly right. Nearly right, you have not reached yet. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward people, alhamdulillah, for their effort? But this dunya, this life, is based on results, not only effort. I always say, even people who work together, and I said to them, yes, I know you work hard, but if you don't do the job, you complete the job, that's not going to work for me. He said, Sheikh, I work so hard. I said, yeah, that's something Allah reward you for. But in this dunya, the rule is different. The rule in this dunya is based on results. Can you imagine if you have an employee work for you, and he said, oh man, I work so hard. But a chef or a cook in your restaurant, he worked so hard, he cut all the meat and all the things, and he prepared all the spices, but he didn't cook it. He said, I spent 3-4 hours doing it. It doesn't matter. Effort is something, if there's no results, there's no success. But this is how this dunya is. One of the meanings of excellency is to focus, not to be all over the place. I say sometimes to Islamic centers, I said, one of the worst things that I've seen in so many centers around the country, around the world, that the centers want to be a super center. They want to be an Islamic center who focus on adult education, children education. They run a school. And the same people run the school. Then they are media experts. Then they are, experts on security. Then they are experts in every field of life. How can you do that? There is nobody's like that. Well, ihsan, itqan, it means that, you know what? I divide the job. I bring this experts in every area to handle the matter. One of the meaning of al-ihsan is to set your priority correct. To set your priority correct. Because that will enable you to focus. And that will lead me to the next point. Success is determined on how good you plan for your success. A lot of people come and consult about how can I set my priorities in life. I'll tell you, anyone ask me this question, or anytime I found myself don't know how to set my priority correct, I realize immediately that my goals are not clear. The moment you set your goals clear, you will see your priorities line up. Just put your goals clear. What's your number one goal? What's your number 2 goal, 3, 4? And immediately you find accordingly your priorities in life line up. When you don't have clear goals, you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up anywhere. So that's very important lessons that we should learn. That we have to understand that our success is based on planning. For instance, how many of you guys want to have an excellent Ramadan? I'm sure everybody does. I am one of them. I want to make 2019 the best Ramadan ever. But you know what's the problem we do? That Ramadan comes and we have no plan for it. I didn't plan anything for it. But imagine if you from now plan, I want to read that amount of Quran every day. I want to make Khatm al-Quran maybe twice in Ramadan. And this is what happened if I read that how many pages every day. Conducted this amount of time every day for reading. You know what? I'm going to save some money and I'm going to prepare this. I'm going to take vacation so I can take 2-3 days for i'tikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Whatever the plan is. But if you don't plan for it, most likely you're not going to get the result that you want. That's important concept in life. You want to be rich, you want to be successful. As long as you have a clear plan and you know where you stand and where you're going, success is most likely something that you will achieve. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يرزقنا وإياكم النجاح والفلاح بالقول والعمل والدنيا والآخرة. أقول ما سمعتم واستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده بعد. I also believe that success is pretty much determined by your attitude in life. They say your attitude determines your altitude. I had a son of mine who used to take him to the hospital. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala healed him. But I remember seeing a shirt in the hospital one day, and I bought that shirt because I really loved it. And that shirt says in the back of the shirt, it says, the only disability in life is bad attitude. The only disability in life is bad attitude. You know, if you always curse your luck and you're always angry at your life and you always feel that you're a victim of circumstances or discriminated against and you know everybody, if you live like that, you're going to stay like that. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال الله تعالى أنا عند حسن ظن عبدي بي فليظن بي ما شاء من رضي فله الرضا ومن سخط فله السخط ومن سخط فله السخط. It's your attitude. The Prophet ﷺ saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I will meet your expectation. You expect good from me, you get good. You expect bad, you're going to see bad. If you're frustrated, you get nothing but frustration. If you're happy and content and you're moving forward and positive, you will get nothing but success. And that's very true. And it is so important. Because I don't want us to live with the attitude of always scared, always down, always putting our head down. You know, that's not a life. We all heard what happened in New Zealand. When I get a phone call, people telling me, can we skip Salat al-Jumu'ah today because we're scared? What kind of attitude in life? What kind of message did you send to yourself? Yes, if there's a real threat, yes, you can talk about it. I appreciate your administration making sure that the community is safe and having officers outside. Thank you for caring about the safety and security of our community. But when I go to a masjid and I feel it turned to be like an armed guard everywhere showing their, you know, and I'm telling you, I saw some people talking like leaders in the national level, you know, and all this. What was the message we want to send? What kind of attitude we're going to have? That we're afraid and scared and all this kind of thing. You know what? I will never live as a victim. I have a message for that man and everyone like him who walk into that masjid in New Zealand. that next Friday that masjid will have another Salat al-Jumu'ah. And it will be filled with Musallin. And it will never scare us. And it will be the same everywhere in the world. Because we learn that nobody ever can ride your back unless you bend. We're standing up tall and strong. You know what? Nobody can tear us away and tell us that's not your land, you invaders, immigrants, or Muslim not welcome to the land. You know why? Because we believe in what Allah said. That this land belonged to Allah and He gave it to whomever He wants from His servants. It doesn't belong to anyone. وَأَنَّ الْأَرْضَ لِلَّهِ يُرِثُهَا مَن يَشَاءُ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ. You're not a guest to anyone. We are a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. It's basically the attitude. I love it. When woman came to the Prophet ﷺ's wife, Safiya, and he told her, you're nothing but a Jew. A daughter of a Jew. And your grandfather was a Jew. And it looks like a word that used in that culture to put people down. Then she said to the Prophet ﷺ that, and she was sad. But look at the Prophet ﷺ attitude. He said, you are a wife of a prophet and a daughter of a prophet. Your grandfather is Musa, and your great uncles was Harun, another prophet, and married to a prophet. All these women are jealous of you. None of them, their parents or grandparents, were prophets. That's an attitude. That's a positive attitude. That's what we need today. That's what our children need to see. That's our teenager need to see. That's what the youth need to see in us. A positive attitude. And many things to be said. But I hope that these words will inspire us to focus and make this as a goal for us. As individuals, as a community, as society, that we all aim to be very successful. And to make this as something that I want to have in my life. And finally, I will say, success also is a gift from Allah. We're not like Qarun who said, I gained this because I'm so intelligent, so powerful. No. قُلْ هُوَ مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. It is from Allah. It is فَضْلُ اللَّهِ يُؤْتِيهِ مَن يَشَاءُ. It's the grace of Allah our Lord. We're a believer. We're people of faith. We're grateful and thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who said, if you are thankful to me, I will give you more. If you succeed today to wake up for Fajr and to pray on time, thank Allah. So next time you're not only going to wake up for Fajr, you're going to wake a little bit earlier before Fajr and make Qiyam al-Layl. If you succeed in memorizing the Quran or give donations or do something good, thank Allah, so Allah will give you more. Succeed in your business, in your career, in your family, whatever. Thank Him and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for more. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and bless your community and protect all of us and all the people in the world. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive and to shower with His mercy the victim of the incident of New Zealand and all the victims and innocent people who victims of violence around the world. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أن يغفر لنا وللمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. نسأل الله عز وجل أن يغفر لنا ولآبائنا وأمهاتنا. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولأهلينا. اللهم اجعل أهلنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وجنبنا وإياهم شر الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وآله وصحبه وأكثر من الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم في هذا اليوم المبارك، فإنه من صلى عليه صلاة صلى الله عليه بها عشرا. اللهم صل وسلم على محمد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. وقوموا للصلاة يرحمكم الله.